Hey, it's Christmas time here at Pandy's. I'm J.R. Pandy, and today I'm going to show you how to shape your Christmas tree. When you get your tree, it typically comes in a box. You want to open that box up, and you're going to find that usually on a 7.5 footer you have 3 sections labeled A, B, C, and then a stand. So what you want to do is take those, remove this wrapping around, and lay them out. So before you get started, if you have tender hands, you might want to invest in a pair of gloves, because some of the wires in the trees can scratch you, and we don't want to see that happen. So gloves are a good thing. The next thing I'm going to do is open up the tree stand. Basically they slide open and thread these screws into the sides. These help to keep your tree straight. So now that we have our stand together with the 3 screws put in it, we're going to find the bottom section of our tree, and typically it's the extruded pipe that's kind of pinched at the end. And what we're going to do is just insert that right into the base and then tighten these guys up, just snugged a little bit. Now you'll see all the branches are up, and basically what we want to do is kind of shake it a little bit, and that should allow them to fall down. Okay, so now that we've got the branches kind of shaken and they've fallen down into place, I like to take the plug and plug it into an extension cord to make sure that they light. This is nice in case you have a problem you're going through. You maybe loosened a bulb or something in a section, and it's easier to find when they're plugged in. So this is what you'd like to do. There's actually 3 ways that you can shape a tree, and the first way is called upswept, where you take all the tips and bend them up. The second way is called downswept, where you take all these branches and kind of bend them down, so it gives that almost a look after a heavy winter storm, a rain or something. And then my favorite way that I think is the fullest is to shape kind of in a starburst effect. So what you want to do, because all these branches are typically really tight together when you get them out of the box, is just take the branches, start at the bottom row, and you can do this, you know, while you're on your knees, or sometimes you can get a little stool or a milk crate or something, makes it a little easier. You start down at the bottom and you just start spreading these apart, kind of in a starburst or a star effect. Some up, some down, until you get to the edges. A lot of these newer trees have what they call Y branches at the ends. So you bend these guys out a little bit. We're pulling a few down and up, spreading them apart, and just shaping them like so. Now once we get that section done, we move on to the next branch and continue doing this until we get the entire section done. 1 branch down, 1 branch up, and so on. All right, just a few more branches there. Now that section's done. So now it's on to section 2, or section B. So what we want to do is just slide that into the pole, and again, shake it a little bit so the branches fall down. And then we just want to find our plug from that section, and it should plug into the next section down below. Sometimes it's a little tough to find, but with a little ambition, we can find her. All right, so we're just going to repeat the same thing we did on the lower section. Again, starting at the bottom and just working our way up. All right, now that we've got the second or middle section done, on to the top, and we're nearing completion here. So we just want to put that right into the hole, and then again, we want to take the plug from the top section, and we're going to kind of snake it down through the branches into the middle section. And usually they have an extension cord with an exposed end where you can plug it in at. You'll see on the back side they have that all taped off, so not to plug into that area. So then just push it in, and we'll fix that little hole, and then we're on to shaping the top. Now, as some of the larger trees, like 8, 9 footers or so, you don't want to be up on a ladder shaping this top tree. So typically what you can do is, before you plug it in, is maybe sit near a table. You can hold it with one hand and just kind of shape it as you go. So you get, you know, the majority of all the shaping done before you put it into the top of that tree. Because I'm kind of tall and this is only a 7.5 footer, I'm just going to shape it on top. But keep in mind you can do that so you can avoid the ladder. Okay, so now that you've got it all shaped, you want to take a couple steps back and just kind of look and see. If I look at it, it doesn't have to absolutely be perfect. You'll see that there's no branching in here, so in my rush to get things done, I must have missed shaping this branch. So that's the beauty of an artificial tree, is that you can put it up as early as you want, you can leave it up as late as you want, and if you have a big ornament or something, you need more space, you can always take some branching and move it over and allow that area to be created for that big iconic ornament that you have. So hopefully these tips and tricks will help you speed the process of putting up your Christmas tree. Tune in next week. We'll have another video that'll show you how to change the character of your tree without having to invest into a new one. Well, I hope these tips and tricks help you to have a beautifully shaped Christmas tree. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, as we will be posting a lot more videos on decorating for this upcoming Christmas season. Thanks for watching.